Good evening and welcome to Montgomery Connect. Good evening and welcome to Montgomery Connect's Adult Mental Wellness. I'm your moderator, Carrie Morris. I'd also like to welcome our studio audience and those of you watching us on Facebook, TV, or on mcmlive.org. Tonight we'll explore some of the most common mental health conditions, examine the barriers to access and treatment, and discuss the impact on our community. We'll hear from someone living successfully with the disease and from experts committed to moving those who suffer ever closer to the promise of recovery. We have two expert panels joining us this evening. On our first panel, I'm pleased to welcome from the National Alliance on Mental Illness in Montgomery County, also known as NAMI-MC, the organization's Executive Director, Stephanie Rosen. And joining us from Suburban Hospital is Beth Kane Davidson, Director of the Addiction Treatment Center, one of the foremost outpatient treatment centers in our area. Also from NAMI-MC, Rachel Stein is with us. You'll hear her personal struggles with mental illness and her success finding a stable place in her life. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, big, vitally important topic, lots of moving parts, so let's get to it. So, Stephanie, your training is rooted in neuroscience and clinical research.
Yeah.
And Beth, you bring over 30 years experience in the addiction treatment space, which dare say has been anything but static, right?
Thank you. Yes, yes.
So before we get to the broader theme, Stephanie, would you just ground our understanding of what is mental illness as differentiated from mental health? Because I would venture to say you just can't snap out of it, right?
Yeah, so mental health is something that absolutely everybody has throughout their lifespan. It encompasses our psychological, our emotional, and our social well-being. Mental health affects how we act, how we think, how we interact with our outside world, and a mental health condition or mental illness is when any one of those factors are affected. And what further complicates things is that two people with the same diagnosis can experience completely different symptoms. So mental health condition is a broad umbrella of a lot of different disorders.
So if you would, speak to some of the contributing factors, biology, lifestyle, environment.
And you named quite a few. So a lot of things affect our mental health. It is a biologically based brain disorder, meaning that when someone has a mental health condition, there are can be changes in chemistry, actual structure of the brain, and it is biologically based. But there are also environmental factors, including exposure to trauma and family history of mental illness.
Great. And we know that there are a number of, prevalent conditions. So if you just wanted to give us a very brief overview.
Sure. There's a lot of different things. I mean, there's a huge book that's published that kind of defines all of them. Yes, the DSM. But they can include anxiety disorders, thought disorders, mood disorders, personality disorders. So there's a lot of different types of mental health conditions.